Hey guys, I don't know what I'm gonna call this video. Um, but waiting on my girlfriend to get here, so I thought I'd kill some time watching Serial Mom, have it on pause. I wanted to make a quick video because it's been a while, a life type video, and so I wanted to talk about work and basically just kind of just how life is, right? So I don't have my GED. I dropped out of school as soon as I turned 16. The day I turned 16, I dropped out. I hated school. I hated authority. I hated teachers. They always talked down to me. I've always been like a pretty smart guy uh, to a point. With my porn addiction and other factors, my attention span is not, it's never really been great. So I've always felt dumb, but I kind of always, I don't know how to word it. I'm just got off work not too long ago, so I'm tired. So bear with me for a second, but but yeah, I've always kind of had this whole. I felt dumb some days and felt smart some days, but I've always hated being talked down to. That's something that doesn't fly with me. Um, when it comes to like people in my like, if I have to work with somebody, it kind of reminds me of my coworker, who is the CEO's son. I work with him. He's not a boss, but he kind of acts a little bit of like a team leader wannabe, and he's an all right dude. He seems like his heart's in the right place and all, but he definitely comes off as like he's the leader. He's trying to be the leader, and that kind of it just rubs me the wrong way. I don't like anyone. I just pretty much by default do not like people who have an ego. I am the type of person, I do not see anyone on earth that's better than other people. I don't care if you're a celebrity, a boss, your dad, your mom, whatever. I don't care who you are. We're all people. We all have flaws. We all have like different things. So, some people have it better made in life. Some people, you know more than you. But that doesn't mean they're better than you. You know what I mean? And, I mean, you can respect people. That's fine. But, like, you have to earn my respect, for one thing. Like, you cannot just, like, force respect from me. So, anyways, teachers always look like, they like to talk to you like children if you don't, you know, do things their way, type thing. Now, I remember when teachers like always said, if you don't listen to them, how are you going to ever get a job? Because you're the boss. And the boss, how you would if you. Like I said, I got off work. Sorry, I'm tired. I'm trying to get my words together. But basically, they're trying to say if you can't listen to them, you'll never get a job because you have to listen to your boss to get paid. And I'm like, well, they're paying me. That's the difference. The thing about school that always pissed me off was I never saw a point. You have to lay out a direct goal in front of me for me to go like do it. I'm just not gonna go to school just like we're all forced to go to school by law. So it's like there's no reason for like that was my mentality the entire time I was in school. Was like, why am I here? Why am I doing this? Like, I don't care if I flunk. I don't care. I should have. I should have cared because I would not like lose my friends and stuff. And back then, I actually had friends. But yeah. So it was like, I don't know, man. But the thing, like, they did a bad job of like I don't know. Like, I never really saw myself. Like, I never saw goals. I never saw, like I said, maybe it's the porn addiction, maybe it's the dopamine, being completely depleted from like video games and other stuff and whatever. Maybe it's just like my self esteem wasn't great because of all these things, and I never saw myself. I never thought I was capable of anything. I had the lowest self esteem imaginable. It's gotten a lot better since I discovered NoFap and knowing that porn is like takes a real bad toll on your self esteem and other little like I said, video games and just general things that you consume, right? It can really mess your brain, but like I really did. Like there was been times where I thought I was retarded. I've always had the lowest self esteem. I had no self worth, no value in myself. I never saw myself doing anything of value. I just didn't think I was capable. I've always kind of felt like kind of retarded. And I know that's a triggering word for 2024 standards because cancel culture. Ooh, it's a word. Get over it. Who cares? We're not actually talking about mentally challenged people. That's a whole different story. It's not even really what you would call retarded anyway. Retarded is like being stupid. Like being stupid, acting stupid. It's nothing to do with mentally challenged people, really. That's like mentally retarded. You have to put the mentally in front of it. And then you'll know what, that's different. Calling somebody retarded is not the same thing. I get tired of people. I'm a person that words are just like so shallow of a thing. I cannot get offended by words. I'm a fat guy. I'm not a conventionally attractive one. And I've always been a little weird. So it's like, I'm used to being ridiculed. And I get a lot of hate online from my past and my opinions and all that. So I'm completely used to negative words. And you could also say millennials are a little bit hardened compared to Gen Z people and Gen Alpha and whatever the hell other generations. I don't know how many generations there are. I looked it up, but whatever. Anyways, what was I talking about? I got lost. But yeah, so yeah, this is a very sensitive generation. Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about trans stuff or anything like that. I feel like that might give me a little heat, which is that might give me some heat if I talk about trans stuff and politics and stuff. But I'm trying to be kind of positive. I love getting under people's skin, or I used to back in the day. I loved getting like a lot of hate. But, now I'm trying to just like generally stay kind of positive. Just because I've done that whole, getting a lot of people triggered and stuff and, getting them obsessed with me and all that kind of stuff. And it got old. And I try to stay on a positive note for the best I can. But if people get triggered, I dig into it. It's like I get addicted to it. It's like a shark that gets a taste of blood, or sees blood, whatever. I'm so tired I can't even think of the common sayings. But yeah. I used to be that type of person where it's like anybody who gets triggered, I would just like dive in and try to trigger them even more. It was just like it became an addicting game for me. I'm kind of messed up in the head, as you can tell. But it's almost like a serial bull, like not bully, but like I don't know. Like I said, I'm tired. I got off work. I started a new job. I'm not gonna talk too much about it because I'm gonna make a video about it. But I got a new job at the same company I've been working for, and it's just it's been kicking my ass. It's the hardest job I've ever had. But like I said, I'm not gonna get into it right now. But yeah. But yeah, actually I am gonna get into it. That's the whole point of this video. I just realized. I was just thinking I was talking about GEDs, but no, I'm talking about work and GED. The reason I was talking about the GED thing, and it kind of sucks not having one. For a while, I didn't care because I was making a lot of money. And I had a good job. It's similar to the job I have now where I deal with like weld parts. and dealing with like weld brackets and stuff like that. God, my shoulder still hurts from lifting all those parts all day. Ugh. And I've got to work tomorrow, which is Saturday. Ugh, my first weekend, and like I've only worked a few weekends on the job. It really sucks. Hopefully, with my work ethic, and we're having a full team, which apparently is kind of new, maybe it'll be better. I don't know, but I heard they do work a lot of weekends, and that really pisses me off. Ugh, I do not look forward to that. But hopefully, if I can keep up the pace, things will improve over there. I don't know. But yeah, I've always hated working. It sucks. And it's just like, it sucks not having that many options. You have to pretty much work like a dog when you don't have a GED. Or, I could be sitting in some office somewhere doing a tech job if I had like a diploma or something. But I'm, slinging parts all day long. And I could be working retail or something like that. Some low minimum wage jobs. It's just... it would be nice if I could have gotten a diploma back in the day and like really like upped. I can't say anything today. Basically, I improved myself, level up in life throughout. Like I said, I never seen value in myself, so that's why I never chased that. Now it's too late. Like I could do it. Like I could take like GED classes online and stuff. And but the thing about that is that would consume pretty much all my time. Maybe I could do it an hour a day. It wouldn't be such a big deal. But it's just like I'm the type of person I believe, and it's my counter argument to anybody who says video games are a waste of time. I value my spare time. Like, I don't mind working a little overtime. I don't mind, putting priorities in, like, chores and stuff like that. But the little bit of time I have after that, I want to either play video games or enjoy myself some other way. Relax, wind down. And the thought of doing more work, it's mental work. And the thing about it is, when I'm tired, my brain is like, and also the porn addiction and all that, and the dopamine, it makes it to where I barely have attention span to begin with. So in order, if I really wanted to, if I really wanted to chase the dreams of getting my GED and trying to get a job, I would have to do NoFap almost fully. And like soft mode where you have sex, because I have a girlfriend, so I would have to do it that way. And that would be fun. I've pretty much done that a little bit here and there, and it does help. And the thought of going full on is I've already had this planned out. It's if I ever had a new job or something, I would fully do NoFap, or try to get completely in the zone and get my attention span as good as I can get it, get my health, get my sugar down, all this that affects my my willpower, my drive, my attention span, all these things, my self-worth, my goal-orientedness. All this is NoFap usually, but there's a lot of there's a lot of things that go into it. But the thing is, I have the tools to really better myself, and it really would take some discipline. But it's I'm pretty content in life for the most part. But it's I don't really have a goal. I would like to get out of the warehouse job, factory job setting. I've gotten out of the fast food setting for the most part, just by, when I started working 6 years ago at my first factory job. I haven't been to fast food again since, other than DoorDash, if you count that. But, yeah. So, I'm glad to be out of the fast food game. I hope I don't have to ever return to it. Although some are decent paying these days, and some of them have full time, so it's a possibility. But I'm more of a warehouse job kind of guy when it comes to that. Even though, I mean, fast food ain't all that bad. It's easier work, I would say, but I don't know. It's just I I don't I need a I guess I would need a plan, but I don't care enough, you know? It's like I want to like just not work, honestly. That's kind of like I want to do something that causes me to work less. And for that to happen, I have to work more. Like I said, get my GED. I have to take. There's so many factors, you know. And then the only way that's going to happen, like I said, is if I have a goal and I have to have like a. I have to work towards something where I know the end goal is worth it. And there's a lot of risk involved and all that. And I would have to believe in myself, and maybe that would happen with NoFap. I don't know, but I'm pretty much just rambling at this point. But like, what do you guys think? If anybody who relates to me, or maybe on some way gets what I'm saying, just let me know what you guys think about it. And like, I'm probably never going to actually do anything about it. But like, it's just I don't know. And maybe there's ways to go around it where I don't have to get my GD. And, maybe there's other jobs out there for people that, you know, don't have this drive, don't have this diploma, don't need all this and this and this. I don't know. I mean, not that long ago, I actually loved my job. When I was on the camper side, it was a pretty laid back job. For a year, I did that. It was a lot to learn, but once I learned it, it was pretty laid back and slow pace, and I loved it. Other than the fiberglass, which I was covered in dust all day, other than that, I was fine. I didn't have to work any overtime. I worked 4 days a week. Oh my God, 10-hour days. That was beautiful. That was the perfect job. And unfortunately, they slowed down and they went from 8 campers a week to 2. So I had to be moved to the tub side. And I started doing tubs, and tubs was okay. It's an easy job, but the best thing about my job is I get to listen to music and podcasts. We're not allowed to listen to podcasts for whatever reason, but still, most people do. But yeah, that's the best thing about my job. The job I'm at now, when I moved to the mobile home anchors, whatever you call them, the things that go into the ground, I have to deal with weld parts again, like my old job. And it's a line. You're constantly on. It's called the paint line. So you hang parts all day, and a lot of them are heavy parts. Not heavy, but you grab a bunch at a time, and they're kind of. You do struggle to kind of sometimes, especially after you get tired and you're constantly moving. It's a kind of a slow thing, but you're walking back and forth all day, and then the only times you get breaks, on break. So you're constantly moving back and forth, and carrying heavy parts all day long, nonstop, and that is draining. And you can slow down, and you got your coworkers, of course, but it's a pain. It's a job. It's a hard job. The hardest job I've ever had, ever. Maybe at my old job, one of the machines I ran, I was a robot operator, and that job, there was this machine that was super hard to get done in an 8 to 9 hour shift. See, that job, my old job, you pretty much just had to work as fast as you can to get out of overtime. They'll just keep you there for like up to 12 hours if you didn't hit your number. That's the type of job that was. If they needed the number high enough. A lot of times they could lower it and stuff, but yeah, especially after COVID, they'll be working these 12 hours, 7 days a week. That's why I quit. But yeah, it was that machine that I ran. You had to constantly go, like I am now, and you had to do it perfect. Oh, that was tough, and they called it inners. I think it was a Honda part. Oh man, I do not miss that machine. I hated it every time they told me. It was one of those machines that wasn't my permanent machine, but when my machine was down, I would get sent over there to pretty much help. And every time they told me to do that, I got so mad. Oh, I do not miss that place at all. But it was really good pay. Especially in 2019, pre-COVID era, that was good paying job. I'm making about as much as I was then, $2 less, but this is post COVID, post rent going crazy, and sales and groceries going crazy, all this inflation, and making what I'm making now is just like, it's nothing. And I live in Tennessee, which is already like Alabama's still like decent, but Tennessee, no, you have to make a lot more money. A lot of jobs, they'll still try to throw these low ass wages, and so it's, yeah, you got to find a good job just to make a living. Luckily, I found this cheap apartment, so I lucked out real good. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. I just kind of wanted to ramble. Like I said, sorry about the kind of the incoherent stuff I've been saying. Like I said, I'm tired. I just wanted to make a video just for fun and kind of get some stuff off my chest. It's therapeutic. Alright guys.